advice for me, I will gladly take it. Because I'm pretty sure I prefaced it for this when I told you 8,000 times last year that 7th grade math was not easy, but some of you don't put a whole lot of effort into it. All right, ready? Scientific notation? Are you ready?
Yes.
And the deal with this is small numbers. And what's the difference between big scientific notation numbers, Joseph, and small scientific notation numbers? No, Joe, you don't have to. I'm just looking for a guess here. How about their size? Big and small? No, negative and positive exponents. Here, let's look at the normal one first, and then we'll make the connection here. Remember doing this, if you had 3.0 times 10 to the 5th power, and you were multiplying it by 4.2 times 10 to the 8th power. Now this is review, so this should not shock you. You remember the fundamental rules here of multiplication? What were they? Somebody help me out. First thing, Grace, is I do what? Oh boy. Your notes are right there. You should actually have this here. Well, now that's kind of like the ending part. We got to do some stuff first before we add exponents together, which we will do. Sittler, we have to? No, we're not moving anything. Although it does start with the letter M. John?
No.
Yeah. You multiply these two together. Hopefully you can do that in your head. Maybe it's 12.6, right? Then, I don't want to have to write these steps again because you should have those steps written there already. This is not. One, multiply the left, always. Step number 2, and I'll even color code them for you. Joseph is? Nope. Step number 2 in your notes is? Joseph?
Put times 10.
There you go. You're going to put times 10 down. And then step number 3, Joseph, I'll let you go because you were well on your way.
Add the exponents.
Add exponents. And what do you get if you add 5 and 8? 13. And then I'm done, correct? Only if you want to get the problem wrong. What's wrong with my answer? What? What's wrong with my answer? What? What's wrong with the answer? Why not? Looks like scientific notation to me.
It's 12, 6,
2. Anybody who actually raise your hand if you actually know why this is not scientific notation. We got a couple of people who don't. Zachary, why is it not scientific notation? Huh? Yeah, you can't have a 12. It has to be between 1 and 10. So remember the easy fix is Sarah Grace. Easy fix. World's easiest fix. Move the decimal in. Move this back so it is between 1 and 10. It's now 1.26. The only problem with that is, Chase? Yeah, your exponent changes. Now, Chase said you subtract 1. True or false? What is the rule? If this becomes a smaller number, this becomes a bigger number to balance it out. It's actually 10 to the 14th. You actually add 1. And then you have to make sure it's scientific notation. You guys are going to make me vote for year-round school because you seem to forget stuff like over the span of 1 day. Now, is that easy or not? The only difference, Joseph, now, this was big numbers. Small number, the only difference is your exponents are going to be negatives, which really doesn't change anything much at all. Let's change it and do the same thing. What if it's 3.0 times 10 to the negative 5th? And we're going to multiply that by 4.2 times 10 to the negative 8th power. By the way, you should know. What actually, in real world numbers, what is 3.0 times 10 to the negative fifth? If you were writing that out in standard form, non-scientific notation, what would it be, Caleb Fisher? Give me the decimal point and whatnot. What would this number be in non-scientific notation? Sir? That's the reason we call it a small number. What would it be?
Like,
It's really not too tough.
like,
No, there's no to
not,
the. You give me something point something.
0.
Yes?
300. No,
Well, you don't have to, just give me the how many zeros there are. It would be 0.00005 or 3. Because this 5 means you move the decimal back this way. One of those 5 is taken up with the 3, and then you'd have to put 4 more zeros. So that's what makes it small. Would be what, 300 thousandths maybe, or whatever it is, millions, 100,000. You don't care. I'm just gonna pretend like I'm the only one that cares. All right, so I still get this, right? I still get 12.6 times 10. What is going to be my exponent now? What is negative 5 plus negative 8? Oh boy. Liv?
Negative 13.
Negative 13. Well done. But why is that answer not going to be right? Yeah, it's not between 1 and 10, so you got to move that decimal here. Wait, who's my guy there? Chase? Back to you. What's going to be my new exponent?
Negative 13.
All right. I made this one smaller, so I have to make this one bigger. Negative 12. Righto, reindeers. Oh boy, I hate to go where here's going next. Guess what happens next, children?
What happens next, Mr. Mon?
That's a great question. Take a look. See, now that was multiplication, so we have to do division. 8.0 times 10 to the negative 15 divided by 4.0 times 10 to the negative 18. Again, if you were going to do this problem out in real life, it would look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 4, divided into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I can't do it. 14 zeros with an 8. I should have you do that. You want to do it like that?
Sure.
Alright, so you don't have to do that. What is going to be my answer here? How is this different than multiplication? Well, it's division, so you divide these left things. What is 8 divided by 4? 2. I put my times 10. What's the difference now? I don't add those numbers together. I have to subtract. And here's where you have to be careful, because look what you're doing. You are subtracting a negative 18. And my kingdom for a horse on that, Andrew Fox. What is negative 15 minus negative 18? Unfortunately, you're close, but not quite right. It is 3. Why? Because 2 negatives make this actually positive. You have 18 positives, 15 negatives. That gives you a balance of 3. And Emily, why is that not right? The 2? Right. That's why there's a 0 after it. It's a trick question. Anybody why that's not right? Grace? It is right. Thank you very much. Just So see, if you, I'm just trying to get if you catch on to the whole thing. Good. Get it, you get it, you don't, you know. Yes.
How do you say?
Oh, okay, never mind.
No, if you don't get it, ask, because this is not, you know. Math, unlike your teeth, if you ignore it, won't go away. Did you get that? Ignore your teeth and they'll go away. So in the dentist office, it makes sense. Don't brush your teeth, they'll go away, right, Caleb? See, look at even Caleb's. The more he thinks about that, the funnier it gets. All right, I'm going to give you two problems. If you get it right, I'll only give you 95% of the problems today. If you get it wrong, we'll go 100. Madison, give me a number between 1 and 8.
5.
All right, number 5. Here's first problem. 1.2 times 10 to the negative 6 times 3 times 10 to the third. And give me a different number, Aaron. Your choices are either 1, 2, 3, or 4. 4. Your second one is this one. 1.2 times 10 to the negative 8th over 3 times 10 to the negative 4th. Maybe we'll do the number of people who get it right. You subtract a half a problem. I will give you exactly 2.5 minutes. The division is not, and the multiplication is not difficult here. Matter of fact, you should be just about done with it. You can add, subtract, multiply, or divide. This is not that complicated. Mathematical wizardry, this is not. Anybody gone today?
Can't see it.
Anybody wish they were gone today? Joseph, you done?
Nope.
Close?
7.
Halfway home then. Whose? Yeah, they're underneath. I think there's a stack of
Do
them
you know if you
underneath
have
the
any of
fridge.
these years? It's the only ones I can't find.
My goodness.
I don't know. Thanks.
Wait, you're looking for theme verses of the years? Wow.
I know.
All right, this makes the time must be up on this. Let us see here. Like a couple. Sarah Grace Taylor. For the first one, could you tell me what your answer to this problem is? Say it loud. 0.6 times 10 to what power? Who? Negative 9. Stand up if you're in agreement with Sarah Grace. Matter of fact, Sarah Grace, stand up. You four go huddle way back in the corners because that'll be your. We'll have a little challenge off here. Go stand next over there. Let's go, Diedrich. You don't have that. What do you have, sir?
3.6 times 10 to the negative third.
to the negative third power. Stand up if you agree with Maya. You guys come stand here in front of the sink.
Thanks, I found three.
Wait, God, guys?
Yeah,
I got my paper.
Caleb Fisher, what you got?
3.6 times 10 to the third.
3.6 times 10 to the third power. Anybody with the fisherman? Caleb, just go stand off on your own right in front of those mailboxes. Chase!
3.6 times 10 to
Times 10 to the what?
the 9.
Times 10 to the ninth power. Anybody else in Chase's camp?
Yeah, Chase.
Chase, go stand right there next to the math symbols poster. Grace?
3.6 times to the 18th power.
To the 18th power.
I mean, 18th.
Negative 18th power, sorry. All right, Grace over by the garbage can. Joseph! Huh? What is yours?
3.2 times 10.
3.2?
3.2 times 10 to the negative 3 power.
Anybody else going to join Joseph on 1.2 times 3 being 3.2? Joseph, I know. We were getting down to the nitty gritty. What?
3.6.
3.6 to the negative 8th power. I don't know where to tell you. I'm just come stand here. Just separate yourself from Laura because you don't want to be next to her. Emma!
4.5 times 10 to the negative 8 power.
Times 10 to the negative 8. Gianna, is that what you had too? Alright. And then Gianna, you just pick between Joseph and.
We're not right.
What'd you have, Gianna? To the 4th? Anybody with Gianna on that? Now, does anybody out there want to change their answer and for what reason? Sarah Grace, you were the first person to answer. What would you change your answer to? And why? Don't just say because that's where the biggest group is. No eyes and reason why? Andrew, would you like to change for any reason? No, you like your group. Huh. What would you change it to and why?
To that group.
Why?
I thought it was a negative 3.
Wait, it's not negative.
Does
It's
it, does it look like a negative 3? Was I unclear?
No, it looks like a positive.
If you put a negative 6 with a positive 3, you don't change their signs. 6 negatives and 3 positives give you a 3.6 times 10 to the negative 3. Does anybody not see why they made it wrong? Obviously, if you multiply wrong the first part here, you're not going to get this right. 4.5. Did we add there? I'm not sure where. Anybody tell me why? Where we went wrong? Do you know what you did wrong? Yours must have been one of these. That was good. All right, go back. We got one more game to play. Joseph,
Yes.
you are going to be the lucky first person to answer here.
Okay.
How about the answer to this one, sir? 1.2 times 10 to the negative 8 divided by 3 times 10 to the negative 4. Joseph says
4 times 10 to the negative 4.
4 times 10 to the negative 4. Let me make sure I get that right. Anybody in Joseph's camp, or is Joseph camping all by himself?
Myself.
Oh, no, but Joseph Hey, by the way, I don't know if I haven't really done this, but maybe that's right. Lauren. Things could get a little messy now. What you got?
4 times 10 to the negative third.
4 times 10 to the negative third. Anybody jumping in Lauren's camp? All right, Aaron, Lauren, and Madison. How appropriate. And John. Stand right there. Huh.
Thank you.
Closing? This is surprisingly enough, you're not with that group. I like the way you stand on your own.
Wait.
Maya, what are you saying?
4
To the negative 13th power. Who's with Maya in the negative 13th? Uh-oh. Wait, Chase is? Really, Chase? Hey, you could be right, I don't know. Go back to the fridge back there somehow. I am struggling with how we can get so many different answers. Emma Miller.
I looked at mine and I thought it was negative, but it's not.
So are you with them? Are you with Joseph? Joseph's got another contestant with them. Woo. All right, where are we? Zachary, I haven't heard from you.
3.6.
Oh. Just go stand by the door. We're not in the bottom. Yeah, you can be on the outside. Bride.
Not here.
4 times 10 to the 4th power.
4 times 10 to the 4th.
Oh, wow.
Bride takes a lot of people with them. Why don't you guys go chill out in that corner over there? They did a great job. Let's go with Andrew. Andrew. Wait, did you say 2.5? Yeah, go with that.
What?
You can just jump with Zach right there.
Wait, I got one with Andrew.
Alright, go with Zach. Yeah. If you did not get 4 for your first number, just go stand next to those boys over there. I'm not sure how you can divide 12 by 3 and not get 4. Alright, Leighton. 4 times 10 to the 3rd. No negative, right? 10 to the 3rd. Anybody got that one? Oh, Grace and Leighton. Gianna, there's a good chance maybe you and Liv are together. Gianna, how about yours? 4 times 10 to the negative 2. Liv?
4 times 10 to the negative.
Times 10 to the negative 5th. Anybody else with Liv on that? No, you guys stand up, find some place there. Alright, now, again, children, let us not glory in getting problems incorrect here. This is kind of interesting. I'm not really sure.
Can we do more?
Yes.
No.
Can we do one
You
more?
believe me, you'll do more for your assignment. Alright, take a look here. So you divide 1.2 by 3, and you're going to get 0.4. If you need to move so you can see, you can switch over. So 0.4 is what you get when you divide that, which is not good because you know that's not between 1 and 10, but we'll fix that later. It's times 10. The rule is what, Zachary? You're subtracting the bottom one, so it's 8 minus a negative 4, which as we talked about before, minusing a negative is the same as plusing, or adding in the 8th grade world. A negative 8 plus 4 is a negative 4. You're still not done yet, Joseph. Okay. What do we have to do, Madison, now? We have to...
Move the decimal to the
You
right.
need to get this to be between 1 and 10. So you made this 1 bigger meaning you need to make this one smaller. A -4 and a -1 is a -5.
Yes!
Wait,
What?
10 to the -5th power. Wait, yeah. I made this one bigger. Opposites balancing out, you make this one smaller. Lauren, you want me to? Huh?
Wait, if you make it smaller than
You don't
It's a
do that.
negative number, Lauren.
Lauren, is it better to owe somebody $4 or $5? All right, go back to your chair. Liv, you don't have any assignment. Being the only one who gets this. Apparently, you're the only one that this registers with. So we'll just go with that. Yeah, but she stood alone. I can't do that. Now, Lauren, do you want me to do that again? No, and people have to go. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Your assignment for tomorrow, well, actually, it won't be till Tuesday, is to do the practice on page 390. There are 8 problems there. Practice on 390.